In 2008, the High Court of Australia determined a decision which was really important when it comes to understanding the law around naughty stuff. This case, Adams and the Queen asked a question that a lot of us have asked, which is, should we rank one naughty stuff above the other? For example, the harm done to society by people who may take a certain substance and behave in a completely reckless, dangerous manner, should we criminalize that with the same ferocity as an individual who takes another substance, which might result in them simply melting into a couch? And that was the fundamental argument that Mr. Adams brought to the High Court, saying that, yeah, I sold naughty stuff, but the naughty stuff I sold really wasn't that bad. Now, Mr. Adams was convicted of having a large commercial quantity of some party stuff. And he argued that, listen, the party stuff is actually way less damaging to society than some of the other naughty stuff that you see out there. His proposition was that that was less harmful than, say, stuff that you might snort or inject. Now, this argument failed for a number of reasons. Firstly, some of the justices said, simply put, you haven't proven that this is more bad for you and society than this is. You just haven't made that out. And secondly, that's really just an academic type argument that is based really on a number of things, none of which are particularly relevant to your circumstances. And finally, the court really put forward the position that you really have to treat the substance as irrelevant and the consequences on society as irrelevant, and deal with the amount that they have, in the form that they have, in the charge that they have. Now, this did something really interesting in New South Wales, which is the state that I practice in. If the High Court is saying that all of these are equal, well, we have something called a green stuff caution. And a green stuff caution is a unique caution that you can receive if you're caught with a small amount of the green stuff. Now, what is a small amount of the green stuff? It's defined under the law. And you know what? Other stuff is conveniently defined under the law as well. And one of the arguments that we defense lawyers have been running since that time is that under this particular case, if we have a small amount of other stuff, you should really treat it with the same way you would treat the green stuff, which means it would be a caution, there'd be no further consequence. And so even though Mr. Adams's attempt to successfully argue his case failed, what it did do was open an interesting argument for defense lawyers to put forward that you've got to treat like things the like way, regardless of what you may think the consequences on society are. And that's why whenever someone's in trouble, I invite them to reach out, because we may know something in our legal skills that might be able to help you. Follow me for more legal TikTok.